Quote, "My sons are part of the problem." End quote. Jody Allard wrote an essay about how her teenage sons are oppressing her. Quote, "I never imagined I would raise boys who would become men like these." End quote. As a single mother, Allard is the most influential person in her sons' lives, yet she's ready to pass the buck to rape culture for how her sons turned out, and then blame her sons for rape culture. Quote, "I'm a survivor of rape and sexual abuse. My sons know this, like they know I was once a reporter and I love curries and coffee. I wanted to believe that sharing my experience with them would make them understand. But they aren't willing to sacrifice their own comfort for my sake." Allard dumped her emotional baggage on her teenage children, and by blaming rape culture for her rape, and blaming her sons, who were born male, for rape culture, she's made her own sons guilty by association for her rape. She wants them to sacrifice for her when she's the parent. I'm given to understand it's a parent's job to sacrifice for their children. Quote, "Anyone who isn't with us is against us, particularly and especially men, even my own sons." End quote. Allard has demonized her sons since they hit puberty for being born wrong. Quote, "They've been listening to me talk about rape culture since they were tweens. They listened to me then, but they are 16 and 18 now and roll their eyes and argue." And I've got to pull a Joe Rogan here. How dare they formulate their own views? How dare they argue a position different than the one she's tried to force on them? How dare they become their own men? As they approach adulthood and no longer blindly believe everything she tells them, she perceives them more and more as the villain, so much so that she wrote an essay about it in what appears to be an attempt to publicly shame them. And then she wonders why one of them is so depressed he wants to kill himself. I'm amazed one of them isn't. A number of Twitter users were appalled, and rightfully, by this treatment of her own children. One said, "I suffered a long bout of depression by internalizing the self-hatred this awful woman is imposing on her sons." She selfishly missed the point, responding, "What I see is a whole lot of people projecting trauma into my essay. My essay has nothing to do with self-hatred." Completely oblivious to the possibility that somebody might not be talking about her, but instead referring to her sons, she accused Twitter users of misogyny for calling her insane or a lunatic. Do you call men you disagree with insane, or just women? Men have been using claims of mental illness against women for centuries. Don't like the association? Don't do it. I don't think she's insane. I think she's a fucking asshole. I think she's a self-absorbed, cruel, abusive, misandrist prick. I think a bad thing happened to her, and she's been taking it out on her boys from the moment they showed signs of becoming men. Do you notice that I did everything in my power to not use gendered insults there? Because they're not insults. And gendering them is not my goal. This woman is a piece of shit. I'm not arguing Jody Allard. I'm shitting on her. A parent isn't supposed to dump their crap on their child. A parent is supposed to protect and nurture their child, prepare them for the world, not tell them that they're broken, and if they aren't fixed, they'll be part of the problem that raped their mother. Now, this is months old. I wrote this a long time ago. I write and record a lot of things that I don't publish. I just get really triggered about shit and find an outlet, and then I feel better. But my new favorite shit poster, Anita Roars, posted something that very much reminded me of this. And I can't, I'm sorry, Anita, I can't even laugh at it now. Now that I remembered the bullshit that came about from this. This kid tried to kill himself because his mom trained him from puberty to hate himself because he was born a man, and being born a man perpetuated the system of oppression that raped her. Literally. And you know what? Now that I'm recording it, I don't even know. I have no fucking idea whether or not this woman's been raped. All I know is I'm not fucking laughing anymore. She's abused this kid. And no one's gonna take her kids away. That's no one's gonna take this abusive piece of shit's kids away from her. But in Canada, see my other video that I put out today, we have the most ridiculous reasons to take children from parents. And it's not protection. These kids need protection. From Jody Allard. I've run out of words. I don't have any more words. And Anita, I don't know if you're the sexy number in that picture or some fat black dude in a wheelchair named Seamus. It doesn't matter. I know when I owe somebody. No one's kept me this engaged and enraged in a long time. And I feel in your debt. Beyond plugging your channel, and you have twice the subs I do, you know, it's moot. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Relevant links to shit I said in the description? Maybe. I'm Irvin Twin. Like, subscribe, or don't. It's a free country. At least it used to be.